When the weather's like this, we kind of just click into that gear and go.
Sometimes winning's losing fast and moving past who is right and who is wrong. And sometimes leaving's all I've got, even when I know it's not. 'Cause our love is too strong for that kind of talk to be more than a thought. If you were the stars and if I was the sky, I'd be jealous just to see you fill another's lonely night. So I'm sending you a message through a broken satellite. I love you, I love you, I love you. Sundown to sunrise, sundown to sunrise.
It was going really well today. We pulled into the field, pickup wouldn't go down, got half a round down on the field and blew a shear bolt before even the first bale came out. So yeah, going well.
I'm Ryan from D Watson's here from Freeze, Scotland. I guess my 14th or 15th season now. My mainstay jobs are I drill maize in the spring, drive the forager as soon as the grass drops till the maize is finished, chopping, and then lift beat in the winter, and that's the main jobs I'll do. I always fancied coming over here to work and seeing the job in the paper one day to come over to work on a farm, and just haven't went back since. Sort of start of spring really, first dry week we've had, and going to get out and do a wee bit of work today hopefully. Getting our first day out with a big baler, doing a bit of miscanthus. We've got sprayers out today, ploughs out, rain drills out, and maize drills out today. Grain and the ploughing maybe a wee bit behind, but the maize is pretty much on where it was last year. It's been a wet spring, I'm not going to lie with that. There's been a lot of water and ground still tender in a lot of places. Oh well, aye, the weather's here and we sort of have to move now that it is here. You do feel a wee bit of pressure, but it's a bit early in the season to be doing silly hours just yet. We're not started into the main bulk of it really, are we? So today you're going to go and follow a new crew we'll have from New Zealand, fella Todd with baler and baling a bit of miscanthus. So we are just contracted in to go and bale it and when it's cut. So we just turn up and do the job and away again. Three people last year from New Zealand as well, and I think just seeing the likes of this, social media and that, and I suppose it's new for people to go the other direction now. It's normally over to them, and this is a new thing now for to come this side of the world.
I'm Todd Murphy from New Zealand, South Island, Canterbury. So the weather over here has been pretty wet, so I've heard lately, but the season back home it's sort of been dry right up to now. Just sort of came out of a drought really, and it's still dry there now, so it might be a tough winter back home, but yeah, good to escape that and come over here for the summer. We're baling contractors back home. We're on about 4 balers, one 2250 Massey, a 1219 New Holland, and 2 Massey Ferguson Welga round balers. My girlfriend Sam, she's came over as well. Back home she's a apprentice diesel mechanic. She's out down at the biogas plant today. So we just came over here to get a different look on the world and how other side of the world does it. What happens around here, and these boys come over to New Zealand, work for us and work for other contractors back there, and you talk to them and say it's good crack over here, so you come over here for a change of scenery really. We just saw them on Facebook and online, and just flicked them messages saying you want drivers for the season, and they got back to us. So the guys here have sorted out some accommodation in the middle of a Dumfries there, just a wee flat, and they could provide us a work vehicle to get from there and back for the mornings, and when you come back in the yard at night. I haven't really met most of the guys yet, but they're getting used to all the accents and that, and what they're saying, but yeah, they seem alright, good bunch of lads. Did an afternoon yesterday getting the baler ready, and then yeah, first day out baling with miscanthus today. Done the first round, seems to be going alright so far. Well, this baler has hired from down south, so we'll just be here to do miscanthus, and then it'll be going away again, and then we'll have the 2250 and a 6-stringer for baleage and straw during the season. And we'll be interesting to see how the season pans out and the variety of gear we get to drive, so it should be good, yeah. Looking forward to it, yep.
I'm Ewan. In the summer on the 4-rotor rake, and then in the spring do a bit of maize drilling. I baled the miscanthus last year. This will be my 3rd summer coming up. I got a farm at home, beef and sheep farm, so I'm there in the winter, and I just kind of come here in the spring and summer. and then any sort of days he needs me really. This last month or so, that's kind of just when I came back. Usually it's start of March, he's desperate to get you back and get you in a tractor, but it's near April this year by the time I kind of came back. It was just that wet and nothing happening really, but we're getting going now slowly, but it's just barely dry enough yet really. Just mum and dad at home and then me, they're there all the time. Fatting about 500 cattle and there's about 400 sheep. Come here for a bit of beer money and that's it. Todd's just over from New Zealand. He came 2 days ago or something, I think. This is his first job out. He's done baling at home, he says, so he'll be pretty qualified, I would say. We just got the baler yesterday, so I was just kind of setting it up and getting the pickup reel down the right height, and sure bolt went, but it wasn't too big an issue. Chuck a new one in and we were away. Yeah, I just rented just for the miscanthus, that's it alone, and then it'll go back. That's what we did last year anyway. They were just wanting bigger bales to get on the lorries to go down, I think down south to power plants and that, to burn them. So, and I think all this stuff I think it's just all sold straight from the field pretty much. It just goes on lorries and it's away to power plants, I think anyway. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they just sell everything. As much as say with straw, it's just kind of more like bamboo, but if you choke it up, it's no fun to dig out. It'll cut you up. But fingers crossed there'll be none of that today, I'll get on alright. Certain boys do a bit of, Ken Fraser does a bit with the straw chopping, he can organise a bit of that, and Brian a bit with the grass seed, and kind of, there's some people that have been here a long time, they've kind of got their own wee bit that they'll speak to customers to kind of sort out, but it's mainly John, and Ronnie gives them a hand. To be fair, John's right laid back. He's some days maybe too laid back, but he's spot on to work with. I think it could be 30, 35 boys most of the time. There'll be a few boys kind of like me in the winter, kind of go home, do a bit and then come back, but the majority of them is all full time. He'll keep anyone on in the winter that wants to, sort of thing. He finds work everywhere, so no, it's good. It's right enough. He usually always kind of gets to that stage, you know. It just once you get busy, you're there 7 in the morning till 11 at night. It's just kind of the way it is, isn't it? It's some days you struggle to get out of bed, but it's the way it is, isn't it? It's the job. Just kind of get on with it. And I say John is usually pretty good if you do have something on at night or you need a day off or something. He is usually, just the size he is, he's got that many boys, he is usually pretty good at giving you the time off, to be fair. I'd say if you're keen enough to do something and you're decent enough, qualified enough, he'll chuck you on it and give you a go, and he's good that way. So that's the first year out with that maze drill. I was on the narrow film last year. That's kind of the first maze I ever did, so today's the first day out with that particular drill. So, but as I say, if you want to do something and you kind of let him know and you're getting on all right, he usually does let you have a shot at it, to be fair.
My name's Ross. This is obviously my tractor and drill here. I do the spring drilling for the grain, and then once the grain's done, I'll kind of go into the conventional maize after that. I was in Australia for 3.5 years, travelling around and just working on farms, a general operator, so that was quite good. And then I came back here and I've been with Watson ever since after that. So every year they seem to pick up more work and we get more staff, and we've just started taking overseas staff from New Zealand in as well, so that's quite good to see them coming over for a change around. Instead of us going there, they're coming here, so it's quite good to see them, so it is. So basically our names are on the doors. It's the same with the choppers and combines as well, so it kind of it always works out better. If you've got your own name on the door, you kind of look after it a bit better and cleaner as well. So everyone's got their own tractor here, yeah. I try and look after everything as best I can, yeah. Otherwise, if you didn't, you wouldn't be getting stuff like this, so you kind of have to keep on top of it as much as you can. So I was given that one just the back end of last year, just for the sowing really. I had a 155 before that, so I just back up to the 215 just for this kind of job. It seems to be working a lot better. Oh, it's a big upgrade. Aye. It's a good make. I don't think I would go for anything else, to be fair. A Fent, I would have a Fent, but there's only so many times you can ask John for a Fent before he gets annoyed. So no, it's good. It's a good tractor. Like they do look after them, and we get fresh ones every year. That's a hired one, so it goes away every year. But most of the fleet now is John Deere, and everyone seems to be fairly well kitted out for them. So they are. So we're at a local farm, James McGarver's. I'm sowing some spring barley. So we're putting a fertiliser rate on as well. Plenty going in, plenty going on. So the drill I'm working with today is quite fresh. It's only I think it's a year and a half old. So it's the split hopper on the back, so it can put out your fertiliser and your your seeds. So it is. So no, she's a good job. Lempkin are. That was the second Lempkin we got. We've got the 4 metre, I think you've seen. But no, they're good all-round drill. They're really good. So they are. With the auto steer and the tractor, it's a fairly easy day now. You can get the feet up and kind of relax a lot more than what you used to do back in the day, I would imagine. So I wouldn't like to be doing it without auto steer anyway. That would be a completely different game. So no, luckily it was my time when I came here. It was they were already fitted on the tractors, so it was quite handy. Fairly simple, to be fair. You'll go around the field once, map it. You can either drill it or just drive around it. I tend to drill it just so you can get a better boundary, and then you leave the headland to last, go do your ups and downs, and then just come back round and finish headland off, and that's you, done. On to the next. Spring work, drilling's probably the kind of only job I kind of try and do. If it's not slurry, it's onto the drill, and then we've got a new conventional drill as well, the Vadestad Tempo. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but I'll go into that after we've caught up with this. So. And then summer I'll go on the chopper. The 4th chopper was last year, so we'll see how that goes this year. Yeah, it kind of works in well. The 4th chopper, I would go between that and the combine, so it worked in quite well last year. But there'll be a bit of a change around now because one of the main operators of the choppers left, so we'll have to see who goes on that, I suppose. It's been really wet, to be fair. We were pushed back quite a lot, and obviously now you can kick the ground and the steer's flying, but it just changes like that here. Like 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't have been able to drive in here. Now it's perfect for sowing, so it's working quite well, but it just depends how long it lasts. It never stays the same in this kind of area, Dumfries and Galloway. We're either earlier or we're later. We're never the same. It's always something going on that's different, so it is. At the moment, it's good. I like doing the hours. I can come in quite happily and put in a 100-hour week if I have to. It's no problem. I love the job. I love the machinery I'm working with and the people as well. So I would imagine in 5 or 6 years' time, I'll probably want to try and wind down, maybe not do as much here even, and just kind of do different jobs on the daily. But as it stands just now, no, I'm really happy with what I'm doing, so I can't complain.
It was always you. Can't help myself. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love. I love. I love you. If you were the stars and if I was the sky, I'd be jealous just to see you fill another's lonely night. Someone sending you a message through a broken satellite. I love you. I love you. I love you. Sundown to sunrise. Oh, sundown to sunrise.
It's all happening, but we're set in that kind of mindset where you have to just kind of fall back into place. So and we do it every year, so it's not a problem to us.
Scottish accent might take a bit to get used to, but we'll be all right.